Yeah, Spence got beef with my coach. What's good? Come see me. You want to sue him? I want to beat you up.
Yo, facts.
Facts, bro. Do. Knock out Errol. Nice. Buddy, bro. It, let's fight all of them at the same time.
I love how everybody just follows whatever trend I go. With the, he called out Errol and all this. Man, everyone want to follow whatever trend Rolly does.
Boxing professionals have reacted to the announcement of the coming fight between Ryan Garcia and Errol Spence Jr. The match, which is scheduled for August 10th, is looking very real, and boxing professionals have shared their very blunt takes. It's as controversial and fierce as you can think. Ryan Garcia has just announced the date for his fight against Errol Spence Jr., and it's gotten so much mixed reactions from boxing professionals. Ryan Garcia and Errol Spence Jr. recently went back and forth on social media after the former unified welterweight champion vowed to beat Kingry at his weight class, before Ryan Garcia shockingly announced his fight against Errol Spence. Well, don't forget Garcia has been under public scrutiny following a positive PED test result after beating Devin Haney last month. Garcia has vehemently maintained his innocence and has now requested that his B sample be tested.
Ryan Garcia, did you see what happened?
What have you been seeing him? He seemed like
he looks like more tired and stuff. He was over the house the other day, him and Tyga and that girl Bobby.
Did he take a lot of bathroom breaks or not?
The B sample will be opened and analyzed on May 22nd with the boxing superstar's attorney present. While waiting for his test result, it appears Garcia has found his next potential opponent. Spence went back and forth with Garcia on social media and has dismissed the prospect of the pair meeting in the ring. However, Garcia has promoted the fight with a poster and claims to have contacted his promoter, Oscar De La Hoya, to make the fight happen with a fight date in mind. After a fan asked Spence Jr. about fighting Garcia on X, the former welterweight shared the post and retweeted his reply, "I'll legit beat his butt at the AT&T Stadium at 154, 160 off the strength of him testing positive but ion take tune-ups." Garcia responded to Spence Jr.'s tweet and declared that he was open to the matchup. In another retweet he wrote, "Please let's run it. I will gladly destroy you and finish the job. Terrence Crawford almost did. I will finish the job." Spence Jr. wasn't going to let Garcia have the last word and soon clapped back with a reference to Garcia's knockout loss to Gervonta Davis last April. Asking Garcia to look elsewhere for an opponent, he dismissed Garcia's call-out. However, Garcia didn't back down and involved Spence Jr.'s girlfriend in the verbal sparring. Following that, Garcia posted a series of tweets taunting Spence Jr. and claimed he DM'd the 34-year-old's partner without consequences. Stating that he welcomed a fight against The Truth at 160 pounds, he wrote, "Let's see this idiot's next move. Won't do anything. I DM'd his girl and he didn't do anything. I'm calling him out and there's no offer. Errol Spence, I welcome the challenge. 160. After blasting Errol Spence Jr. in a series of social media posts, Ryan Garcia doubled down on his call-out and claimed Golden Boy Promotions frontman Oscar De La Hoya had been looped in. In another tweet, he also stated that his lawyers were authorized to send Spence Jr. an official fight offer and that The Truth would be his next opponent unless he chose to duck the bout. Garcia later uploaded an unofficial edited poster of their potential fight and declared that their bout would take place on August 10th at the AT&T Stadium. Predicting a full house arena, he wrote, "Bye-bye Spence, August 10th, Dallas Cowboys Stadium, sellout crowd." Following this announcement, you'd expect Ryan Garcia's enemies to come at him immediately. Stevenson had initially predicted a devastating loss for Ryan Garcia against Devin Haney and had given Garcia his respect for his big win. But he was hesitant to take back his fire shots at Garcia once news regarding a test failure did the rounds. And with Ryan Garcia's lone announcement, Shakur Stevenson hit out at him again. He began by accusing Ryan Garcia of lying about his claims regarding Errol Spence's girlfriend. Ryan Garcia seemed to have taken inspiration from his former foe and recent ally Gervonta Davis, who told his June 15th opponent Frank Martin that he would catch up with his girlfriend. Firing shots at Garcia, Shakur Stevenson said, "When did it become cool to lie and say another man's girl is in your DMs just cause you don't flow with the guy? I don't get into people's stuff. Bri, we have the weirdest generation ever. Y'all guys make anything cool." Once he said this, a fan was quick to come in defense of Ryan Garcia, tweeting, "He's trolling and marketing the fight. Ryan is a star because he understands things outside of boxing." It was Ryan Garcia involved, and Shakur Stevenson would surely not just let that slide. He returned with a retort for both Ryan Garcia and his supporter, writing, "So, basically saying anything for clout is cool because it's proofing and selling a fight? Yeah, I probably will never be a star if I gotta do lame stuff to become a star. Damn it, I'm good with these M's anyway." Interestingly, it turns out that while Ryan Garcia and Errol Spence were having their verbal sparring, much of the boxing world was focused on his test failure and his recent antics to prove the allegations false. However, Ryan Garcia has successfully built a brand over the years where every of his statements and moves attract the needed responses. Evidently, Ryan Garcia and his promoter, Oscar De La Hoya, are enjoying one of their very best moments, as they seem to be on the same page in all decisions. Talking about Ryan Garcia's announcement, De La Hoya seems to still be on the high of Ryan Garcia's big win over Devin Haney, and has somewhat warned Errol Spence that he isn't ready for what's coming. He tweeted on X, with a laughing emoji, "Trust me, Errol Spence does not want to smoke at the rate Ryan Garcia." Rolly Romero, who seemed to have found his lost voice after his loss to Isaac Cruz, also shared his 2 cents on what he thought about Ryan Garcia's announced fight against Errol Spence Jr. Rather than express any shock or make a prediction, he boasted that Ryan Garcia was clearly imitating him like everyone does. He said, "I love how everybody just follows whatever trend I follow." He called out Errol, and everyone wants to follow whatever trend Rolly does. Rolly makes all the freaking trends of boxing. You know what? I always got the best ideas, so it's what it is. Whatever you say.
I love how everybody just follows whatever trend I go. With the, he called out Errol and all that. Man, everyone want to follow whatever trend Rolly does. Rolly makes all the fucking trends in boxing. Because you know what? I always got the best ideas, so. That's what it is.
Moving on, Ryan Mixed Martial Arts for Sean O'Malley was quick to fire back at Garcia and comment in favor of Errol Spence. According to Sean O'Malley, Errol Spence lost against the reigning pound-for-pound king, which makes his loss very justifiable. He then added that Ryan Garcia lost against a prisoner and had to cheat his way to a controversial win against Devin Haney. According to Sean O'Malley, Ryan Garcia won't only lose badly to Errol Spence, but would see his boxing career come to an end if he moves up and attempts that.
Ryan Garcia, did you see what happened?
But have you been seeing him? He seems like he's legit.
Yeah, he looks like more tired and stuff.
Yeah.
He was over the house the other day, him and Tyga and that girl Bobby.
Did he take a lot of bathroom breaks?
Well, this is in stark contrast to Ryan Garcia's latest tweet, where he had promised his fans a knockout win over Errol Spence. O'Malley's response came after he posted a video of himself mocking Ryan Garcia's defensive style during the bout against Devin Haney, as Ryan Garcia kept turning his back towards Haney. And really, Sean O'Malley and Ryan Garcia haven't been the best of pals, making it very clear as to why O'Malley wouldn't miss any opportunity to troll and diss Ryan Garcia.
Just got done. Very impressive fight from Ryan. He was using an interesting technique. He would throw his left hook, which was really nice. Throw his left hook, instantly turn back. Couldn't get hit.
In the past, Sean O'Malley had raised similar accusations against Ryan Garcia. Amid their heated exchange that had been going on for a while between the UFC star and boxer Ryan Garcia, O'Malley has voiced more concern than criticism regarding Garcia's erratic behavior, attributing it to the intake of illegal substances, particularly for performance enhancement. Since his meteoric rise to fame within the UFC and his subsequent bantamweight title victory, Sean O'Malley has become a prominent figure in combat sports. With his bold personality, O'Malley has drawn attention from peers across various disciplines, including boxing, where Ryan Garcia has emerged as a vocal contender for a potential matchup with O'Malley. Garcia also recently stirred the pot by publicly challenging O'Malley to a fight inside the octagon, claiming he would destroy O'Malley. However, the exchange quickly took a concerning turn as Garcia's behavior became increasingly erratic and alarming. During a recent social media rant, Garcia made outlandish claims and expressed bizarre beliefs, including allegations of being tied up and forced to witness heinous acts and assertions about the existence of aliens and secret societies. Commenting on the situation surrounding Garcia, O'Malley expressed sympathy, stating, "Whatever he takes is a hell of a meds. I think he's on some meds and he's acting a fool. I feel bad for him more than anything, you know?" O'Malley emphasized that he wished Garcia well and hoped for his recovery. And when asked about the possibility of a crossover MMA fight with Garcia, O'Malley remained realistic, acknowledging the unlikelihood of such an event while expressing openness to the idea. "Yeah, that will never happen, and if it does, I'm here for it. It wouldn't be my fault that fight doesn't happen. So yeah, realistically, that will never happen." Truly, the rivalry between Ryan Garcia and Errol Spence has flared up anew, with Garcia reigniting tensions following a dispute involving boxing coach Derek James.
Yeah, Spence got beef with my coach. What's good? Come see me. You want to sue him? I want to beat you up.
Yo, facts.
Facts, bro. Knockout Errol. Nice. Buddy, bro. Let's fight all of them at the same time.
Yo, bring them on.
Garcia alleged that Spence failed to compensate James for his coaching services. James filed a lawsuit against Spence, citing allegations of fraud and breach of contract following Spence's bout against Terence Crawford. Clearly, Ryan Garcia and Errol Spence's fight isn't just for boxing-related reasons, as they have an underlying issue yet to be resolved. And Ryan Garcia made this known in another recent video where he trolled Errol Spence Jr. and promised him a knockout. In the video, Ryan Garcia, hyped up for a prospective clash, said, "Yeah, Spence got beef with my coach. Yes, what's good? Come see me. You want to sue him? I want to beat you. Facts, bro." He then continued, making a rhythmic sound to taunt his foe before continuing, "Knockout Errol, nice, damn it. Let's fight all of them at the same time. We'll see what happens. What if I pull that off, though? 2 volts 1. O'Malley and Errol Spence Jr. at one time." And to this, Errol Spence Jr. has sent Ryan Garcia a 10-word reply, "We make the match happen. Fools die on that day." Evidently, Errol Spence isn't running from a possible matchup against Ryan Garcia and has gone as far as telling Garcia he's capable of ending him, calling him a fool for yelling his name everywhere. But before we go deeper into Errol Spence's retort, let's remember that he and Ryan Garcia were never always like this. And from Garcia's response, he mentioned a beef between his coach and Terence Crawford. Let's take a step backwards to see where it all began. Following his first career defeat against Gervonta "Tank" Davis, Ryan Garcia was deserted and left alone during his post-fight press conference. Seemingly apoplectic and in stunned disbelief that Davis was the better man, the 24-year-old vowed to not only return a better fighter, but to also make sweeping changes. Just a few days after stomaching the first loss of his career, Garcia canned his now former trainer, Joe Goosen. His search for a new lead man in his corner spanned several weeks. And while rumors circulated that he would make amends with Eddie Reynoso, the California native opted to go in another direction. With a bevy of trainers to choose from, Garcia officially decided that Derek James was the right man for the job. The 2022 BWAA Trainer of the Year has a long list of notable fighters and champions at his disposal, most notably Errol Spence Jr., the former unified welterweight champion Jermell Charlo, the ring's junior middleweight titleist Frank Martin, a highly ranked lightweight contender, and Anthony Joshua, the former unified heavyweight champion of the world. Garcia's decision to join James's Texas stable ostensibly wasn't just his own. In a post on his social media account, it appeared as though the wildly popular star sought the blessing and approval of Spence before taking the plunge. "Thank you to Derek James and Errol Spence Jr. for allowing me to join the team," wrote on a social media post after bringing Derek James on board as his new trainer. Although the 2024 is relatively young, James has already helped one of his fighters to a popular statement victory over a month ago. Joshua, following back-to-back defeats at the hands of Alexander Usyk, ditched his old coach and teamed up with James. As a tandem, the two picked up a relatively mind-blowing second-round knockout victory against Francis Ngannou earlier this year. From afar, Garcia has always revered James and what he brings to the table. In another post to his social media account, the flamboyant luminary was spotted standing face-to-face with his newly found trainer, soaking in knowledge with Spence standing by his side. Though he opted to take things slow while fully grasping James's offensive and defensive philosophies, Garcia appeared delighted to saunter through a jam-packed arena with his world-renowned trainer, shouting instructions from the sidelines, as we saw in his big win against Devin Haney. Evidently, Errol Spence Jr. was involved in the relationship between Derek James and Ryan Garcia, and as such, he and Ryan Garcia had a decent relationship as well. In fact, Ryan Garcia admitted that he has paid Errol Spence $20,000 following Gervonta Davis's stoppage win against Romero last year.
What's the bet? What's the bet? What's the bet? 20K I got on Rollies, he got on Tank. Yeah. Okay. No, don't play with me. I'll pay you shit tomorrow. Alright, tomorrow.
The talented, friendly pair sat ringside for the fight, and after disagreeing who would win the contest, the fighters shook hands on a wager with Spence taking Tank, while Garcia backed Romero. For brief portions of the contest, it appeared that Garcia was on his way to collecting his winnings from the current unified welterweight world champion, but the fight was over, courtesy of one shot from Davis in round 6. And in an interview, Ryan Garcia was quick to address that the bet has been settled. "I paid him for the bet we made. It was a gentleman's handshake," revealed Garcia when speaking in an interview. "I should have taken odds, as I would have got better odds with a bookie, but it's fine. I was a man of my word. But I really believed he, Romero, could win that fight, and he showed me why. He now owes me half of that." Undoubtedly, Ryan Garcia and Errol Spence Jr. got on well. But things got bad after Errol Spence Jr. relieved Derek James off his duties as his trainer, following his embarrassing loss to Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford made history, becoming the first unified welterweight champion in the history of the 4 major belt era with a 9th-round TKO win over Errol Spence Jr. last year. Despite being stablemates under trainer Derek James before Spence fought Terrence Crawford, Garcia has shown zero loyalty since a split. Spence has moved on to a new coach, though it's yet to be formally announced, leaving James to focus on Garcia's battle with Haney before Garcia's win. However, Garcia gave Spence a dose of his newfound truism by claiming the truth went into the Crawford pay-per-view on a substance he didn't name. "You folded. You didn't want to pay him some money," he told Spence on a social media space. "It's all business, but still, I paid him more for a fight I made less than Errol against Crawford, and he's been with you his whole career. How did I pay Derek more than you in a fight I made less? Errol was high as hell. The guy couldn't even form a sentence." Garcia quickly lost business friends with his continued mission to out those he doesn't get along with.
Errol been up too, man.
Errol.
He ain't with Derek James no more.
Yeah, exactly. You ain't Derek James. You. You folded. You didn't want to pay him some money. That's up. It's all business, but still, at the end of the day, some up.
Haney was his first target before several others came into play during his rants. And now, Ryan Garcia is setting his sights on a potentially career-defining fight against former unified welterweight champion Errol Spence Jr. following his victory over Devin Haney. After last Saturday night, where Garcia triumphed in a match that boosted his record to 25-1 with 20 knockouts. The win has fueled speculation and excitement about his next steps in the boxing world. Garcia floated the idea of facing Spence next, querying his social media followers for their thoughts. The response was overwhelmingly positive, pointing to a high level of public interest in such a matchup. Errol Spence, who has 28 wins in 29 bouts, including 22 knockout wins, represents a formidable challenge. Known for his power and relentless pressure in the ring, Spence would test Garcia's ability to compete at a higher weight class. The potential bout would likely take place at 154 pounds, as Spence has recently moved up from welterweight. This move came after his challenging fight against Terrence Crawford, which ended in a 9th-round knockout for Spence last July, following a 17-month hiatus. Moving up to 154 pounds could be a risky strategy for Garcia in his first fight in the junior middleweight division. What's however sad for Ryan Garcia is that many of these dream fights would never come to reality, as his PED's allegations are reaching a mind-blowing high. And with his denials, the coming weeks may be very sad for Ryan Garcia. As many of you would have heard, Ryan Garcia has been in the midst of a scandal following his decisive win over Devin Haney. Garcia supposedly tested positive for the banned performance enhancer Osterine in a recent voluntary anti-doping association VIATA test. In addition, there were also rumblings that nandrolone was found in his system. As you can imagine, King Ryan has been pushing back against this pretty hard.
Yo, what's Errol been up to, man?
Fuck Errol.
What?
Yeah, fuck Errol.
On the flip side, Haney wants answers as he continues to come to terms with his recent defeat. Now, as per Dan Rafael, there's been a development in one specific area of this case. Breaking urine sample at the rate Ryan Garcia provided. April 19th, that was positive for ostarine, but also showed banned PED-19. Norandrosterone needed more testing to confirm. That's done. Per lab report sent to Vieta, which I've obtained, it did not confirm. There is no third test failure. Ryan, as you can imagine, was quick to respond. So you all realize I didn't fail the test now? No substance other than this imaginary ostrich substance. Level so low wouldn't have any effect. They tried, but no lie stands. Praise God. However, Devin Haney has been responding with truer facts that prove Ryan Garcia would likely face a huge punishment for doping. And that's all for now. What do you think about a match between Errol Spence and Ryan Garcia? Do you think Garcia's doping allegations would shut out every possibility of this match? Let's know your thoughts in the comment section, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Until next time, peace out.